From Silva Lanes in Albuquerque here for the title matches of today's JBT event. 3 of them going on at once and a lot to talk about here in the final regular season event in the Mountain Conference this season. On the left, that's Brock Bivens converting a 4th frame spare. He's going up against Hunter Mays for the scratch title in a movie we've seen a few times this year already. Brock has gotten the better of him in the majority of those title matches, so we'll see how it plays out this time. To the right, in the middle of everything here, that's Ivan John. He needed a good performance today just to get into the Invitational, and boy did he ever, leading the tournament. So we'll see him tomorrow playing for $1,000, right? He'd love to do it with a title in his back pocket. He is the one getting pins in this match, and he's getting, oh, plenty of them. How much, you ask? 26 of them. Because this guy's giving those 26. Jake Campbell from Colorado, he's got to win by 27 to win his first career title. Bunch of Coloradans traveled south for invite weekend. They had to convince Jake to do so. Say Campbell made the right choice there. And to the right of all that, Kendall Balea is still bowling. She already finished 4th in the handicap division. She already finished 2nd in the girls scratch division. To her, dun dun dun. And now she's playing Jackson Garten, another Colorado bowler, for the U17 scratch title. So Kendall's been getting in some mileage here the last 8 days on tour, as Campbell finds a way to take the head pin out of that. Hunter Mays, top seed just about all day long today. Really keyed by a 256 game 4 effort. It got him into the lead, and he hasn't looked back since. 3 190 games in the semifinals on a very tricky pattern that was supposed to be tricky and was tricky. So seeing if he can get right here in Hunter. He's got, against Brock, he's got 3 in a row. Recently, finally, won his 21st career title after a long winless drought. That moves him up to number 15 on our all-time title list. Next up, a little guy named Andrew Kane you may have heard of. He's at 22. So, always trying to win the tournament, of course, but it's Hunter versus history, as often is for some of our more decorated bowlers. 3 in a row after missing a 7-pin in the second, and almost gets the blast over Messenger there. Doesn't get it, leaves himself a nice makeable spare. Ivan's got himself a title. It was a couple of years ago. That's why he wasn't in this year's Invitational. You have to re-qualify every year. The top 4 were Ivan at plus 98, Jonas Romero plus 95, Jake Campbell at plus 92, and Kendall at plus 87. So either any one of them, if they had one more spare, would have been in first place. Bless you. Bless you.
Thank you.
So either one of them with one more spare would have been in first place, and either one of them, any one of them with one less spare, would have been out of the top 4. It was super close in the handicap division today. Good competition. John is spared in back-to-back frames. Trails by 20, but as we said, getting 27. When the lanes are tricky, it is little to no surprise to see this guy up at the top. He loves when they're tough. He takes most of the hand out of the ball and fires his now patented brockets to the pockets. And just knows how to fill frames, and that's enough to win low-scoring match play environments very often. Looking for his 4th consecutive 9 spare. Which it is. Chris Mays won the opening round today in an all-Arizonan stepladder here in Albuquerque. Beat Josh Malloy in round 1, and Bivens prevented the Venus-Serena match by beating Chris in round 2. The right lane's been the trickiest one for the right-handers. Never really got a chance to look how Hunter's look was on it. We'll look together next time he's up. 10 back. Perfect shot from Bivens. Brock of the often changing hairstyles has been rocking that samurai look for quite a while now. I'm just jealous, Dora. Kendall won handicap in Tucson last Sunday for her 9th career JBT title, which puts her only one behind KJ Martinez for the all-time handicap titles lead. But she's really gearing up for bigger and better things. She's making those U17 and girls finals all the time, which are scratch events. Patrick. Pretty shot from Mays there, 10 back. So looks just fine on the right-hand lane. It was driving Chris nuts, I know that. And Brock just takes the lane out of the equation with that straighter shot. 10-pin game, Hunter has that lead by 10. Strike working in the 8th. Campbell's got a tricky little 2-4-5. He just opened in his last frame and avoids the chop this time. Nicely done. He only leads by 10, and he's got to win this match by 27, so work to do for him in the last 3 frames. Ivan, a lower average, 129. He's just going to fire that straight ball down there. Kind of Brock-esque. Brock's got a lot more hand than Ivan. Learn that. Oh, and as evidenced by the Brooklyn 5-7, I always wonder where the ball goes on shots like that. I would bet if we ever had a chance to watch again, I'll watch the tape back myself later, that ball went in front of the 7-pin into the left gutter. It had to deflect a lot to get there. Carton doesn't have too much on the line here. He can't get to the 3 U17 wins that he would need to advance in that division. But it's still $25 for the winner. He just missed the scratch step ladder. Finished in 6th today. See if Ivan can convert that 5-7. That's gonna be wide right. Hunter with a tricky 2-4-7. He already missed a 7-pin. No! And the second left side spare. Next. Yeah, Jackson, don't throw any. Uh-oh. Well, now I won't make fun of him after that. My bad, Jackson. He can't hear me. I'm way over. 5 lanes over. There's a splat for John right through the 1-1 pocket. All right, big strike for him. It keeps the pressure on Campbell. Jake's won 2 matches already. He's beaten Balea, as we talked about, and then newcomer Jonas Romero. Perfect shot from Bivens. Fun fact, 4 Romeros bowled the tournament today. Not all related. All 4 made the cut. Good day for the extended Romero clan. See that pretty follow through of Kendall. Fundamentals so nice. Nice shot, 4-pin for her. And a nice spare from Campbell. All right. Responds with a spare of his own, but that was a 9th frame spare. He's got a win by 26, and he leads by, a very interesting 23. So down to the 10th frame. In handicap, this is Bivens' 9th double working, and he's wide to the right. He's so darn accurate. That's how he strikes so much, but when he is light, not a lot of hand rotation. That's the give and take of his style. Prone to leave multiple pin clusters like this, and this is a tricky one. Obviously a great spare shooter. Let's see how he goes about it. That's a beautiful job. Hard to stray with that blue dot, no problem. Keeps it a 1-mark match. He leads by 8. Hunter trailing by 8. Working off that 9th frame open. Campbell up quickly. He's spared in the 10th. That should make Ivan spare depending on Campbell's fill ball here, which is a good one. So he gets the 9 for a 163 scratch effort, which gets him to an even 200. Ivan's spare strikes for 143, which would be 206. So Ivan John, to win his 2nd title, needs any mark in about 4 pins because he's working on that strike. That's why that strike is so valuable. He doesn't have to worry about count on this ball at least. Has to have a mark though, and it's wide. Has to spare that out. Wow. Hunter loves playing that 3-4 board, but that was out by 1-2, and there wasn't any room right there today. As now he's got a tricky 6-pin cluster to shoot at. You could very easily throw it through the break and whiff the head pin today. Ivan has to have it for the win, or a chance at the win, and he got it. Nice spare, Ivan. Little work to do. That puts him at 196. He needs 4 to tie and 5 to win. And Hunter needs this 1-3-6-10. Very nicely done. Brock and Hunter both passed the spare test in their 9th frames. And who can come up with the strikes in the 10th? 5 to win for Ivan. Look out. 7 will do it, just barely. And Ivan John wins career title number 2. 7 hours ago, he wasn't even in the Invitational, and now he's once again a JBT champ. What do you think about that, Mom and Pop? I bet they do. How about that? Boy, the stoic Ivan John. You'd think he missed the cut. Oh yeah, by the way, you win. All right, let's get Hunter not stoic. Now no one would accuse Hunter of that. Oh man, can't twice in a row the 247. You're always guessing whether you threw a bad shot when you missed the pocket or if the lanes changed on you. Given that he left the exact same thing again, I think that lane may have changed a little bit on him at just the worst possible time. Jake, great match. Ivan, great match. Stick around. Obviously has to have a chance now in this match. Finally converts it. Yeah, definitely not stoic. Who can blame him at this point? All right, fills for 192. And that's a very important fill ball to try and get 10 here if he can, because Brock would 9 out for 181. 191 rather. Oh, and that 9 falling was super important. Kind of nonchalant at it there, but that was meaningful. Because now 9 out is a tie. Strike Brock wins, obviously. 9 guarantees a tie. Less than 9, he must spare. And there is no gimme on the lanes right now. Defending TPC champ, looking for win number 9 of his own. Can't throw it any better than that. Did you see that? He almost samurai'd his own hair off. It went boof right into the top knot there. I thought he was going to go right off. When you choose that style, you must be accurate. And he split whatever board he was looking at directly in the 1-3 pocket for another win. So we've been talking about Hunter's run up the title ladder. That's number 9 for Brock. That moves him into a tie for 50th place, and that might sound low down the list, but there's been roughly 10,000 bowlers that have bowled these tournaments. So that is an excellent accomplishment on his part as well. And as usual, when they're tough, he grinds out another win. 2 out of 190 is your final. Yeah, we may well see them playing for $1,000 in the title match tomorrow. You never know. Kendall over here, I can't tell what's going on. These monitors have been around for a while. So have I. Seasoned. Thank you, Chris. Absolutely. Thank you. Hey, did you know this lady's the man? Yeah, that's you. That's Barbie Silva, co-owner here. Appreciate all the hospitality. I haven't been to Silva in a while. Great to be back. Not a high scorer here. Kendall's got 111 through 7 and is going to open here, barring a miracle, which is not forthcoming. So 120 through 8 would be a 16-pin deficit with Jackson still to come up here. Jackson has a record no one will ever take away. He had the first ever JBT 300 in the state of Colorado. Did that in Denver back in October.
Still missed the cut by 13.
What did you say?
He still missed the cut by 13.
And he missed the cut that day?
Uh-huh.
I had forgotten that. Pretty ball there from Garden. I didn't remember that. Thank you, Stats Department, who also nailed the 26 jackpot with the old pocket 510 to do it for $100.
Never been happier to see that.
That's
in
the
my
best
life.
pocket 510 in bowling history, maybe, right there, perhaps. Very well done. Perhaps Jackson will rock the JBT 300 shirt tomorrow. He's wearing that other company right now. Dices that rack. That two-handed power just saws those pins apart. He's in good shape to pick up a quick $25 for this win. If nothing else, Kendall is getting mileage. So today, Kendall bowled 9 games, 10, 11 games that counted today, right? Last Sunday, help me, Derek, she bowled 5, 7, 9, 11?
Yeah, 11 or 12.
So she's over 20 games that counted in the last 8 days of JBT competition. You could miss 4 cuts and not bowl as many tournaments as Kendall's bowled in 2. As an excellent shot at becoming a 3-time defending all-conference points leader in handicap. I'm sure the debate goes on all these long drives and flights, what color scorecard she's going to be rocking next year. You don't have to answer that, but is that already decided?
Yeah, so she'll bowl the Desert Open as handicap, and then she'll be scratch after that. She wants one more crack.
Got to chase those cacti. Well, she's got all the tools to go as far in this game as she wants. Always learning, gets there. She is how old?
15, I think.
Ridiculous. You think? We'll get some confirmation later on that. There we go. Competing against 37-year-old Eileen for all these girls' scratch titles. That's why we allow 21 and under instead of 18 and under and 14 under. That's how you get better. That's how Kendall gets better. That's how Avery gets better. That's how Caitlin gets better. They wouldn't have it any other way themselves. As she has a pretty finish here. It's only going to get her to 180s, but let's do some quick adding. 145. Yeah, she forced him to mark with that 3 in a row here on the end. And as we just talked about, marks are no gimmies today. You could leave a pocket 5-10 at any moment. You're making it easy on me. You're standing right there, Chad. Great finish for Kendall. Gets her to 179. 9 out would be 172. So yeah, Garton does need a mark after all that. See if she can swipe away a win here. Almost won again in Pueblo, but Lucas Finley ended up being the only 2-time Colorado winner this year. For the win. Oh yeah, no doubter there. Just like every 1-ender bowls differently, every 2-ender bowls differently, and it looks like he's literally going to explode out of his shoes between the lift off at his knees and the follow through, which, you know, I grew up back east, and there's some low roof bowling alleys back east, and poor Jackson would need like a boxing glove on his hand so he don't plow the ceiling tiles out of the roof. Maximum energy.
16, 17, I didn't.
Enjoy it while you can. Talk to me when you're 50. Zing! Slaps that 5-pin silly. He's going to strike out for 206, win the U17. We're going to crunch some numbers, and we're going to give out $5,000 or so tomorrow because it is invitational time already. Or did the season go? Oh.